Alright, let's go ahead and get started. I want to welcome you all to the Gaiscioch Family tutorial on the marketplace system. This is where you can request items, fill work orders, and earn contribution in the Gaiscioch social gaming community. I am Benjamin Foley, or Aglada for short. So goals. The goals of the Gaiscioch Family Marketplace is to allow members to use Family Vault credits to order goods from other Tuatha and Gaiscioch members, to help others obtain gear that they normally would have to purchase themselves, to demonstrate the willingness to contribute without equivalent personal gain. What I mean by that is that everything on our marketplace is set to put the crafter or the gatherer at a loss. There's no way to generate a profit off the marketplace without seeking personal gain. And we'll cover that in our bad guys category. Uh, Next is to earn contribution and honors or artisan points to help members progress within the family. Additionally, we are building a database of every crafted item in the game along with the recipes on how to create it. That then is distributed out over the interwebs and accessible by anyone, not even members of our family. So it also provides a engaging minigame on top of the existing in-game crafting systems within the games that we play. So, Family Vault credits, what are they? Members can earn one Family Vault credit per family honor point that they earn. Members can earn one Family Vault credit per contribution point they earn. Family Vault credits can be used to purchase to request items or materials used in crafting. Family Vault credits can be used cross-game on any chapter of the Gaiscioch family. That means that if you earned a bunch of Family Vault credits in Rift, you can use them in Guild Wars 2, and you can use them in the games that we play down the road. So if you stop playing whatever game we are playing currently, on the next game, or the game three jumps down the road, you'll be able to use those same Family Vault credits that you built up. So, contribution. Earning contribution is mainly done through completing work orders on the marketplace, largely through gathering professions and drop crafted goods. It can be also earned by participating in special Gaiscioch charity and community events such as the Extra Life event coming up in October, or the Double Up charity event that we do over the summers. It can also be used for participating in the Cookie Zerg that we do over the holiday season. You can also earn contribution points by winning contests that we throw throughout the year, usually around art or music or some kind of creative. We like to highlight our members and show off their talents. Occasionally, when we're getting ready for a large public community event like the Talara Saga or the Great Tyrian Adventure, we will start collecting donations for those adventures and reward people accordingly. So keep an eye on the marketplace. On the bottom right hand side of your main page, it'll say a list of donations. When we start taking donations, we'll activate something there. And lastly, contribution is a measurement of how willing people are to give without equivalent reward. This is a very big part of why the Gaiscioch has existed for 12 years and why we continue to exist. Having members that are willing to give it all and ask nothing in return is a huge, huge, huge advantage. It builds our community very tight, makes us very strong, and develops friendships that last well beyond one game's lifetime. So artisan points. They're earned by filling work orders for crafted items. You do not get them for gathering items. These are any time that you actually have to use a crafting profession to make an item. So whether it's combining items or combining materials to make a composite material or creating an actual item itself, anything that requires a crafting profession to do will give you these points. It's just one of 5 ways to earn family honor points. Artisan points are considered a secondary source of family honor points. Though there's pretty much 2 different types. There's a primary path, which are leadership and fellowship. And then you have your secondary paths, which are the artisan, discovery, and lore points. The rewards or artisan points are rewards based on materials used to create the item. So it's the more difficult the item is to create, the more materials it uses, the higher the artisan reward is going to be. In addition, the longer an order has been on the marketplace, so say I placed an order, a month ago, that order will be worth more artisan points than it would be if I placed it on the marketplace today. So the longer an item's been there, the higher the value is going to be. So in one sense, if you were to sit on an item for a week and then build it, it'd be worth more, but you have 5,000 other Gaiscioch waiting to claim that order too. So chances are it'd be gone before you ever got the chance. So let's go ahead and break down into just kidding. We're ordering an item now. So we're going to jump over to the marketplace. This is the marketplace. See bright orange text. Use of the marketplace for monetary gain or auctioning is strictly prohibited and will result in your immediate termination of your membership. Remember, honor, respect, integrity, fellowship. This is a system is not to be used for personal gain. That's very important because you want to be a member of our family. We expect that you will follow our guidelines and abide by our rules. So here you get to choose your game. If you're playing Rift, you can click Rift. If you're playing Guild Wars, you can click Guild Wars. Any other game we expand into in the future will be listed there. So this is pretty much your first page on the marketplace. This shows you all the available work orders. It shows you your current artisan rank progress. You've got your workbench over here on the right. My orders over here. See, I have nothing right now. And then it lists all the stuff that people are requesting. These are all things that anyone can fill just by gathering. There's also stuff here that you can get from drops. So like none, these are where a lot of the drops come in. So as you can see, the list goes on and on and on. Now there's several ways that items can be requested. A lot of these items will split a stack. So if I order 10 of a certain item, it will split it into groups of 2, basically creating 5 bundles that can be filled by 5 different people to get you 2 items each. Typically, we like to split them 5 ways so that whatever your order is or whatever the limit for that order is can be ordered up to 5 times. So if it's a 10 item limit, it would have a split stack of 2. And that way more people can fill work orders and you can get your materials faster. We found that when you order 100 iron ore, it would take forever for it to be filled because somebody actually has to gather 100 iron ore. If we split it into groups of 20, you can get those orders filled by 5 different people within a few hours. You will notice that a lot of times when you put stuff up here, it doesn't last days, it lasts hours. It gets filled rather rapidly. I've had things get filled within 5 minutes. So it definitely is quite the little mini game. If you're interested in crafting stuff, you've got to visit it a lot. Now up here you will see Browse Marketplace. This is where you can get into the bulk of the ordering of stuff. Now you can use the search up here on the top to narrow down your search, find what you want. Trade skill, type, slot, grade, or color, and then your min max level, and you can search that way. Otherwise, you can use the browse feature down here. Say I'm looking for a longbow. You're presented with a list. Now these keys are your family vault credits. This is how many family vault credits it will take to be able to buy this item. If you look up at the top, you can see where your family vault credits are. So Rennie Contrabear here has 2,557. So I can go down the list and say, oh, that God's Gold longbow has a really cool skin. I think I want to transmutate that onto my longbow. So you click order item and you'll be presented with this page. Over here you see the recipe. So it requires 3 large skulls, 1 rugged string, 1 hard longbow. If you click on these, it'll actually show you the drill down of each of these items so that you can say, okay, this requires, this amount of wood. So down here, you have several things. First of all, I need to set my ArenaNet ID on this account, but we won't worry about that for right now. But you have your quantity. A lot of items typically will only allow you to request one at a time. I seem to have found one that allows you
Our
to order
deeds are
20,
reflected in the
which
dream.
might look a little weird if you ordered that. But you can, for the materials, you can say crafter provided or player provided. Now note, if you do player provided, the cost dramatically reduces. The artisan reward will dramatically reduce. But you will be in charge of all of the materials. So if you have the materials for something that you want crafted and don't want to fork out the huge family vault credit cost, then you can click player provided and that'll reduce it by 90%, and you can send when somebody claims your order, you can send the materials to that crafter and they'll build your item for you. So I just ordered a Gaiscioch longbow. So if I go back to the marketplace, look on the right side, you'll see my orders, Gaiscioch longbow. Now let's go and order a 20 slot bag. There's something I want to show you here. Say I want to order a 20 slot bag. Please note this little orange text up here. Superior rune of holding must be provided by the player. Down here, again, player must provide superior rune of holding. These runes are extremely expensive and we do not expect our crafters to accrue that cost. So if you're ordering a 20 slot bag, the reason they are so cheap is because you will be providing that rune. So as you can see, it's an 11-day turnaround time. A lot of times these get delayed because the person doesn't realize that they need to provide the rune. You will get a mail in the website that says, hey, please send us your rune. And it'll tell you who to send it to as well. So that's pretty much how you place an order. At any time you decide, oh, you know what, I already got a Gaiscioch longbow, I don't need this anymore. Click the X and you're recredited all the Family Vault credits that you used. So let's go into filling a work order. So down here under Ancient Wood Log, you see somebody's requested 5 Ancient Wood Logs. I'm pretty sure I have some of those, so I'm going to claim that order. You claim it first. Then you hop into Guild Wars 2 and say, oh wow, I've got to get this order ready. So I run my little buns back over to the bank where I have all my goodies. And there we go, we got some Ancient Wood Logs. So they needed 5 of them. So now I'm going to mail these 5 Ancient Wood Logs. And right here you can see who you're supposed to send the item to.
Accelerating.
So I select that, I Control-C to copy it.
Speak.
I go back into Guild Wars 2, paste in their name,
Out with it.
and sent off they are. So now I go back over to the marketplace, and you see under my workbench, I just sent those off. So I click the send button,
Speak.
and then you're awarded the artisan and contribution points value for that item that you just sent off.
What?
When you first start out, you'll only be able to claim one item at a time. As you rank up your artisan rank, you'll be able to claim more than one item at a time.
Your face is funny. It's like a raisin.
So that is pretty much how you place an item, a order for an item, and how you fill a work order. Next, we're going to demonstrate how to add a
The
new
Legion
recipe.
calls.
I need to get out of there, or will you be okay?
So, to add a recipe, you click on this little button up here that says Add New Recipe. Once you hit, I believe, Lord Bear rank, this button will show up for you. Now this part is very, very, very critical. You need to make sure to double check, triple check, quadruple check your work. So right here you see the main product page. So we're going to try to add an ogre bag. So if you look, the name of the item is ogre bag. It requires 5 bolts of wool, 1 minor rune of holding, and 3 piles of shimmering dust. Now the description says 10 slots. Now if you mouse over the actual item on your list, it'll say rating 100. That you will enter into your skill. So the required skill to make that item is 100.
I require assistance.
And it is white. Obviously it's a bag. So now I'm going to take you back over to the marketplace and show you what I've done. So under classification, this is a final product because a composite material is something that gets used to make a final product. Pretty much what you have is you have base materials, which are what you pick up off of corpses, which you loot out of nodes. Then those get refined into like a metal bar. Once you have the metal bar, those get refined into a composite item like a hilt or a blade of some sort. And then those composite items get joined to make an actual product. Now, the key with the marketplace is that everything is based off of the cost of the materials. So if a material is a tier 1, it's going to be valued at a certain thing. If it's a tier 2, it's going to be valued at a certain thing. The more of those materials that it uses through the process, the higher the cost is going to be. Everything is directly related to the cost of those materials. So for this profession, this would be tailoring. You only make one bag. It's an ogre bag. Color is white. Slot bag. Type bag. Item type or item notes would be 10 slots. Down here it says required skill 100. There is no required level. It's not a rune, so you don't have to worry about that. But everything right there should be good to go. So all we do is click add recipe. And then boom, it's sent in. Now once one of our elders reviews the work order, it'll appear in the list. So Izzy and Bree and a few others actually run through those as soon as they pop up and try to approve them as quickly as they can. I know Izzy gets a little OCD on it, and it drives her insane if it doesn't get approved quick. So you can expect to see those usually in 24 hours pop back up on the marketplace. Either that or get sent back into the production queue to have somebody check it to make sure it's right. So that's pretty much how you add a recipe. Now, there are a few things I need to warn you about. Don't be the bad guy. The marketplace is not to be used for personal monetary gain. Do not lie about sending or filling orders. If you have a problem, please come talk to us. I'm very open for discussion. If you ever have a problem with a work order, just let me know what order it was and tell me what's up, and I will be happy to help you resolve it. Do not request items or materials to sell on the auction hall or trading posts. That is an absolute no-no, and if we catch you doing it, you will be removed. Do not charge members for making their orders. Tips are acceptable if they offer them, but do not request them to pay you for doing this. This entire system is built as a test of your character. We want to know that for you to advance in our family, that you are a person that is willing to give to others without seeking a reward for yourself. That's what we want in our leadership. So that's where the test comes from. If you violate these, you will be removed permanently from the Gaiscioch social gaming community. We've been around 12 years, and I don't plan on stopping this anytime soon. So if you ever want to be a part of the Gaiscioch social gaming community, you need to follow these rules. Otherwise, you will be blacklisted, you will be removed, you will be outcast. You will never see another day in Gaiscioch membership again. I am dead serious about that. Cannot stress it enough. And that is pretty much the Gaiscioch Family Marketplace. I'm going to open up the channel for questions. We're going to go into queued mode. If you have any questions, please click the little queued icon or raise hand icon in the top left and then ask your question. I'll answer it, and then the next person can answer it. So you should see a raise hand on raid call. Go ahead and ask your question.
Yes. What's the person who requested the work order, and person never sent me the ruin for a 20 slot bag?
If they don't send you the rune, the work order ends up getting sent back to the queue until that person sends the rune. They will get an email. They will get a insight mail saying you need to send the rune to this person. If they don't send you the rune, you don't got to worry about it. You can just release that work order if you want. It's up to the person requesting the 20 slot bag to send that rune in. Anyone else have a question? Feel free to type it if you like, and I can read it out loud.
Live well.
All right. Well, this concludes the overview on the Gaiscioch Marketplace system. Thank you all for coming out today. I will be posting this on YouTube for you to watch at a later time. If you ever have any questions, feel free to hit me up. I'm usually on raid call 1101. I'd be happy to talk with you.